feels like a lot of people credit with pushing NASCAR racing onto the national scene. Been a big blizzard in the Northeast, people homebound, and CBS had it live, and what a finish. You couldn't have written it better than that.
I was running around there on overheating, and those guys passed me with 3 laps to go, and I said, I got to run fast enough to watch the wreck anyway.
Did you? Did you see it?
I was there.
And then did you see the fight?
I didn't see the fight.
Oh, okay.
I did see the wreck, though.
What a day. A lot of memories over Winston's tenure as sponsor of this NASCAR Winston Cup Series. Here at Martinsville, few of the leaders pitted under this caution, but a couple did.
That's right. Mark Martin is trying his best to steal a page out of Ryan Newman's book. The last 2 caution flags, he has stopped, changed 4 tires. As soon as these leaders stop, if they do, he's not going to. He's going to stay on the racetrack. Matt?
Manny, Rick Hendrick has his cars running first and third. 9 wins here, could have had a 10. Under the previous caution, he told his driver, Jimmy Johnson, complimented about his day, but also gave him a brief history about Martinsville.
We can follow that 24th straight to victory lane if we need to.
Yeah, 10-4. Have to knock him out of the way if we want it. That's just how it's going to be here for the end. So we just have to be gentlemen, hopefully, for everyone.
Once upon a time, I had 2 cars lead this race with 3 cars on the lead lap, and they took each other out. We had a hellacious meeting on Monday morning.
I don't want to have to see him on those reasons.
I remember that. Remember? Ricky Rudd and Ken Schrader crashed off turn 2.
Yep. And I think Rick was delivering a message there, don't you?
Yeah. You're welcome to pass him, but pass him cleanly. Thank you. Jeff Gordon leads. Dale Earnhardt Jr. between Gordon and his teammate Jimmy Johnson. Tony Stewart, Ryan Newman, Jeff Burton, Rusty Wallace back through 7th place. 23 cars on the lead lap. Greg Biffle got the lucky dog pass at that last caution. He is now back on the same circuit with the race leaders. See these guys up front here clearing the lap traffic pretty quickly. That's important for them. Ward Burton in 20th place. He got a lucky dog pass last time. And Robbie Gordon gotten a lucky dog pass earlier in the race, but now he's got some heavy damage to his car, Dave.
Yeah, now it's a biology project, dissecting the 31 car in the front end. They're going to try to replace that radiator and send Robbie back out. Robbie, even though he wasn't feeling well at the start of this race, gamely staying in the car.
That's no fun.
No.
He's having fun.
He's having fun. He's got an open track in front of him and a pretty fast race car.
Tony Stewart tried to close in on Jimmy Johnson. See if he can pick up 3rd spot.
Meanwhile, Ryan Newman, the 12 car, has worked his way up to the 5th position.
And now really, a lot of what the question becomes here, where do the cautions fly in these final 100 laps? And will the leaders pit? They've all got enough fuel to go to the finish. The question is, will they stop for tires? And if they do, some of these other guys who are in the back of the lead lap now, like Mark Martin and Ricky Craven, for example, that pitted under this last caution, they won't stop.
No, they're not going. Marty, what's the 24 car? What are they talking about doing?
I just asked Robbie Loomis that very question, BP. I said, will you pit again? He said, I don't know, but most likely not.
I mean, it's not what the 24 really is going to do. It's what Terry Labonte or Kurt Busch or Schrader, the guys 8th, 9th, and 10th, because they're not fast enough to pass the leaders right now. So if the leaders pit, obviously, they have to make the call. But if the leaders don't pit, I think you come in for tires. If you're running 7th, 8th, or 9th spot.
When we say you never know what's going to happen in Martinsville, we mean stay right until the checkered flag, because drivers leading the most laps have failed to win 9 of the last 10 races here. Here's the guy that's led the most laps today. Don't go away.
And he's got a pretty clean race car. We look around and see a lot of damage to some of these cars, but Jeff Gordon, pretty good shape. Marty?
And you guys talk about Jeff Gordon leading the most laps. He's done it 5 times this year. His best finish in one of those races is 5th. He has never won when he's led the most laps this year.
Well, that's not a good statistic. Don't tell him that.
I don't think he's going to back off and run second for a while. Do you?
And then Weber, what was the thing he closed? He looked up so we didn't have to at the end of countdown to green about drivers winning from the pole in both races here at Martinsville. Long time ago when that happened, right?
1964. Busy. Oh!
Kurt Busch, Rusty Wallace. And no others. Everybody else dodges.
3 wide didn't work too good.
No, it never does at Martinsville.
Let's see. Kurt might have gotten the radiator on his car. There's steam pouring out of it.
And that's not out of the window we're talking about. Almost wrecked here in the booth.
Careful, Wally. Well, he got the right front corner earlier.
He's got both left side tires are flat.
So they'll have to pry that car up off the ground to get the jack under it. And now, caution with 96 laps to go. If you're Jeff Gordon, do you pit? If you're Dale Jr., do you pit?
I don't know. Pit road is open. We'll see.
No.
Junior fakes. Is he coming?
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Junior's in.
Oh, my goodness. Jeff Burton is in.
Burton is in.
All at track position.
Harvick. That's a lot of track position.
Oh, man. Ricky Rudd, Kenseth. Casey Mears, 41.
So lap 4:06, 94 to go. Jeff Gordon stays out. Dale Jr. pits.
I think the reason that Junior pitted, I don't think he liked his car. I think they're going to make some changes. Marty?
BP, you hit it the nail on the head. Junior said, I don't like this set of tires. It's like nothing we've had all day long. It's making the car bounce around on the racetrack. I don't know what to say. I just know I need new tires, Bill.
Kevin Harvick has complained that his car's all over the place. Wedge adjustment, 4 tires, top it off with fuel. See if the 4 tires will help him get back to the front and continue to chase Matt Kenseth. Dave.
17 car, second guessing themselves a little bit. They thought maybe they should have stayed out, but they came in, they changed 2 right side tires, little fresh rubber to take them to the end.
So obviously the question has been answered. I mean, if your car's not handling, you need to come in. This is the time to do it. Make some adjustments, put tires on, and now you're set for the finish.
13 of the 29 lead lap cars, 23 lead lap cars pitted.
So that's what happens here with Rusty. Rusty kind of slides up, and they just tried making it 3 wide.
You can't fault anybody there.
No.
Oh, 97 car spun on pit road. Look out, guys.
Take to the garage, guys.
What's that all about?
I have no idea.
I think he's got an oil line, water line, something is leaking fluid. And when he entered pit road, the car spun.
Could be a broken oil cooler.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like there's a lot of fluid on the right rear tire when he spun.
And there's a lot of fluid on the racetrack and on pit road now.
Yep.
Here he comes down pit road, and around he goes. And
See the
really
fluid on the
concerned
right
there.
rear tire?
well, the official got that guy out of the way. Attaboy. Look at all that fluid he's putting down.
Right rear. Boy, that's scary.
Good thing that was then and not when everybody was pitting race cars.
So Kurt Busch has taken his car to the garage, and they're cleaning up all the oil.
And that's one reason that we have a pit road speed limit at 30 miles per hour. But imagine what that would have happened if he'd been running 50, 60 miles per hour.
Yeah.
So caution out for the 14th time in the Subway 500. Pit road is closed while they clean up the oil. Kurt Busch, kind of the meat in a race car sandwich.
Takeoff.
Getting style points for taking air, too. Back to Martinsville after this. The final stages of the Subway 500 in Martinsville, Virginia, unfolding on a beautiful afternoon. NASCAR's race for the championship down to just 5 races to go, and Jeff Gordon is out in front with 89 laps left. Here's what put us onto the 14th caution of the race.
Car trying to take off is a 97 of Kurt Busch, right along with Kevin Harvick as he dives down, goes to the inside.
See Schrader there on the inside. He got away with it.
Race car weighs, what, 3,400 pounds? It's not easy to pop a wheelie.
No.
Yikes. And ouch. Some of the lead lap cars pitted, but many did not under this caution. Let's get the thinking from pit road. Marty?
Alan, exactly what Robbie Loomis and Jeff Gordon were worried about. You were going to try and follow the 8, whatever he did, but he took tires. You did not. Worried, Robbie?
Well, we were looking at the whole field behind us, not just the 8, and we only saw 3 or 4 of them peel off there. And about 10 of them stuck in between there. You know, all year long, being out front's the best place to be, so we got the DuPont Chevrolet out there. We're just going to say a prayer now. Hope it hangs on.
Pat?
Well, what a difference about 9 hours make, Chad Knaus. You had your car in position to win. Do you like where you sit strategy-wise?
Yeah, I think right now we're in pretty good shape. You know, there's about 9 cars behind us that didn't pit that last time. It's going to be pretty hard for some of those guys to get back up there, even under long green flag runs. So I feel like we're in pretty good shape. We're going to have to kind of wait and see what happens. You know, I'll tell you what, these guys have performed so well today on pit road. You know, this Team Lowe's Racing guys, they just, when it's time to go, they go. You know, we got spun out. It was looking pretty ugly. It was looking real ugly this morning, and you know, now we're in pretty decent position. I'm pretty pleased with it, so we'll wait and see how things turn out.
Their goal today was just a solid top 10 finish. So far, they're working on a solid top 5, Bill.
With Matt Borland, crew chief for Ryan Newman, I really hesitate to ask you this question, but what's the plan?
Just have to wait and see what the leaders do here. We'll probably stick with them and just see how it goes at the end. He's pretty happy right now. Just have to see how many more yellows we get and how it all shakes out.
Car better on the long runs, Matt?
Seems to be. He's pretty happy on the long runs. The short run looks like we struggle a little bit to get going, but after that, it's pretty good.
And I'm sure you can probably make it on fuel, huh?
I think so.
Hey, good luck. Marty?
Tony Erie Jr., can you make it from 12th with 4 fresh tires and win this thing?
Yeah, I think we can. Longest run anybody's made all day was when we were out there, when we kind of got gypped there on the pit stop deal, was 96 laps. So, and the forward bite was just starting to go away. So, you know, last year it come down to the same deal. The caution come out with 100 to go, and everybody pitted. And this year, only about 13 of us did. So, we couldn't win the race the way we were. So we just went ahead and decided to get our 4 fresh tires and make a couple changes, and we'll win this thing.
Keep in mind, the longer the A car goes, the better he gets. Dave?
Kurt Busch is top 10 in points. He stays in the car because his team is going to try to repair everything inside here. I can't even begin to tell you what the problems are, but oil leaking from the car, they're going to try to fix it and send him back out.
You know, Tony Jr. said exactly the thing. They're trying to win the race, and they couldn't win the way they were.
Right.
So
Come in, make the adjustments, do it.
Try to win. There you go. Attaboy.
So Dale Jr. will restart 12th when we get this thing back going after the big cleanup. Let's tell you how we've gotten to this point in the Subway 500. Better than 90,000 fans on hand, and the race got wild kind of early. This lap 55, Jimmy Spencer spinning, and one of the pre-race favorites, Rusty Wallace, got damaged. Then Sterling Marlin blocked up turn 4. Kurt Busch among those who had a tight squeeze trying to get through. Ryan Newman into the spin cycle. This was at lap number 80. No harm, no foul. Dale Jarrett going around. One of 2 times he spun today. Robbie Gordon on Kyle Petty. That wasn't very nice. Jeff Green said, "What are you messing with me and my boss for?" Rusty's bad day continued. He got turned around in this turn 4 tangle. Jimmy Johnson, we just heard his crew chief Chad Knaus say we got spun out. That was where it happened. That was back at lap 138. Kenny Wallace, Ward Burton, they're teammates. They're both in the top 10. They got tangled up together. Ruined a good day for Bill Davis Racing. Tony Stewart with a close call on pit road, but he got away with it. Matt Kenseth, the championship leader. This is a huge break for him. Made contact with Jason Leffler. Thought he had a left rear tire going flat, and the caution came out for this Kenny Wallace spin at lap 230, and Kenseth was able to change the tire without losing any time on pit road. Here was the big controversy of the race so far. Some of the leaders didn't catch that pit road was open when they came by the entry to the pit lane. This was at lap 231 on that caution. So Jeff Gordon, Dale Jr., and Kurt Busch didn't stop. That's Kurt Busch's crew chief, Jimmy Fennig, expressing his displeasure, though replay showed that flag was waving green with plenty of time for them to make the move to pit road. Jeff Gordon, the leader, making a close call through some traffic. This was Robbie Gordon having a top 10 finish ruined. And now the most recent caution, Kurt Busch, Rusty Wallace. Airtime. And then Kurt cutting an oil cooler out of his car, spinning in his own oil, and making a big mess around the racetrack that they're still working to get finished, cleaned up.
Other than that, it's been boring.
Yeah.
We said at the top of our show, lots of action at Martinsville.
yeah.
We've had it today.
That's why they've got 90,000 people here.
14 caution flags, 8 different leaders. Jeff Gordon has been the dominant driver, led 228 of the 417 laps. Earnhardt Jr., Terry Labonte, Kurt Busch, Joe Nemechek, Rusty Wallace, Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart, the other leaders. And we're setting up for a sprint to the finish. Who knows what's going to happen in these final 82 laps? You're watching NASCAR on NBC.